home. Thanks for coming and hanging out today. Let's go say hello to Kitties and then we'll do our chill sesh. Hello, Elijah. Hello, P Dubs. Thanks, guys, for joining in. My my Anzac crowd. Beep beep blow. Beep beep blow. 5 peeps watching. Say hello other than P Dubs and Elijah. 4 peeps. Sorry. 3 peeps. No, they're going away. Beep beep blow. He's still in quarantine, but he's doing so much more better. I'm so happy about that. I do need to wash his. Uh, I gave him this big comfy towel or this big comfy cushion, and he doesn't like it. He likes his little towel over here. Big pets to Baby Blue from P Dubs. Baby Blue. But yeah, he's still in quarantine for the foreseeable future. Hello, Molly. Baby Blue says hello. Beep beep blue. So yeah, today we're just gonna do a simple hangout sesh. We'll pick some locks. We'll maybe share some stories about my grandma and what have you. But we're overall gonna have a chill sesh. Beep beep blue. Beep beep blue. Beep beep blue. I mean, there's ample sun for a kitty to bake. No, Elijah. It is so hot right now in Los Angeles. Y'all don't even know. It is cooking. Beep beep blue. So yeah, much love to New York, but I'm so glad to be back in Los Angeles. It's hot in New York too, but it's also humid, which is just doubly unpleasant, especially when you're like me and you're Middle Eastern and you sweat, and the sweat never goes away, and you got to do a funeral, which means you got to do manual labor. Not that I'm complaining about the manual labor part. I'm complaining about the funeral part because it sucks. But yeah, it's bad, Molly. I'm in LA proper, and it is cookie hot, hot, hot. All right. Benny, hold on, folks. I do apologize, but the audio quality is about to get exponentially worse. But the cats seem vocal, so and y'all can't hear them when I'm using the good audio quality. Yeah, Benny. Yeah, Benny. Yeah, P-dubs, and you'd like Los Angeles. It's a dry heat, but yeah. The east coast of New York, the east coast of Los Angeles, the well-known east coast of Los Angeles has the east coast of the United States has serious humidity issues that I am just not down with. Look, hey Weech, look, the almost completely full bowl of food. What's your malfunction? Also, so there's actually a reason I came up here, which is that I have a photo of my grandma up here. May she rest in peace. Um, after my grandpa died, she went. Oops, oops. After my grandpa died, her husband. Uh, I spent 2 winters in Florida trying to, like, when she was in her 80s, taking care of her and, cooking food for her, driving her to places she might want to go, this, that, and the other. So one year I actually did a full uh, pictorial series on her where I would take a photo of her every single day for the entire time I was there. And this is one of those. To be honest with you, the project was a really involved project, but it also didn't quite come out the way I hoped it would, because I shot the whole thing on 4x5 film from when I was still a college student, but this was this was well after I had dropped out of college, and the film was very, very expired, so everything was supremely underexposed. So if you're wondering why the, like, super duper high contrast situation, uh, yeah, it's just because there was, like, all this part where it's practically black. It's also practically a clear negative over there. There's just nothing there for those of you who know how to, like, read a negative. But still, it's you know, I did get some good prints. I am, as I've mentioned in the past, I'm an absolute technician in the darkroom. So if you give me anything, I'll make something out of it. You know, but and there's parts of it that I love. Just the expression and the thought on my grandmother's face. I think she was probably cursing something about how much she hates Florida politicians. Um, this is circa 2013, 20, or no, more like 2015 maybe. I don't know. I don't know if DeSantis was the governor, but I'm sure she hated Rick Scott at the time. Benny! My grandma was a very old school New York liberal, so you know, a lot of us a lot of us in the family joke that she died at 99 because she would have literally, like, collapsed instantly if she made it to 100 and had to get the congratulations on turning 100 years old letter in the mail from Donald Trump. She would have just instantly keeled over at that. I think the last president she was cognizant of was Biden, and not to say that Biden was anything special or great to write home about, but I'm glad that she probably died thinking Biden was still president. Anyways, let us, Lizzie Wizzy. I'm not dead. Died recently, so would you like to take back what you just said? Maybe. Or did you keep scrolling away? I don't care. Keeping it pushing. P Dubs, if you'd be so kind as to remove that comment, though, I'm not. We don't need to have the word "die" in the chat. Seems a little bit gruesome. Anyways, thank you, P Dubs. Anyways, let's head downstairs. Some of you, I don't know if Delbert is in the chat right now or not, but Delbert and Dean were kind enough to pop in on my very impromptu 2 a.m. in the morning. Actually, since we're kind of done with cats, let me put my headphones on so the audio quality. It's not that the audio quality is bad; it's that there's this, like, sound that I find extremely grating, and I try to, like, avoid for you guys. Oof. Elijah, maybe this is just, my own personal Mr. Goss, but, like, if it was still Lizzie, maybe I would have wanted the letter. But if it's big old ears, homeopathic medicine, Charles, I'm gonna go hard pass, honestly. No, thank you. I don't want that letter. I'll go PM at 90. I feel like that's more of the Aussie thing to do. But yeah, let's see. Um, while I was in New York, the funeral, I made a mess of many things, but I was able to nab these three locks from my grandparents' garage. None of them are especially good, although this brass one, Watung, I don't know, probably something from Hong Kong. Um, so yeah, they're not going to be difficult to but they're meaningful, you know. And what I find interesting, oh, the this one, P Dubs, Watung, it is a bunny, I guess. Yeah, and amazingly, I have a key for it, although it's a Schlage blank. I think that's kind of funny. But yeah, it's a little bit. This one's a little bit gunked up. Let's see. We got this guard, which also works, and then last but not least, we've got this mysterious Hong Kong lock, which I have a key. The key doesn't work, but the lock does pick. Really. Yeah, guards like it's kind of like a hit or miss with guards. Some of them are super easy, some of them are super challenging. This one is definitely in the line of super easy, but it is what it is. Anywho, also so from the Lovelock Bridge in Brooklyn, we've got this Brady Abus 4140. Actually, the first Abus 41 I've ever seen with a that's key retaining with a unsprung dead core. Kind of funky. So we're definitely going to be picking all of these dudes today if we can. The only one I haven't yet picked is the Watong. Uh, um, we're going to be chilling for a little while with the kitty cats, but first, there was one other lock that I got from the New York Lovelock Bridge, and I'd like to say if anybody is from New York City, and has any knowledge of dimple lock picking, there was a multi-lock junior padlock on one of those um, bridges, which I highly recommend. Yeah, exactly, P Dub. It is the lotto version of the 41. Um, But yeah, it's certainly a somewhat different experience. I do apologize for the mess, but if this area wasn't messy, I don't think it would be a David Romano stream. Um, and this, without disclosing any private information, this is Prozac for a cat. Because America 2025, we can get cats Prozac, but we can't get insurance for everybody. Anyways, and thank you so much, True Builder. I really appreciate it, man. And also for what it's worth, if you have a Discord, I pinned the link to the new Discord server. It's not really like super popping off yet, but we're getting it up and running. So I'm not gonna leave it like that forever. But if any of y'all are interested in joining the Discord server, uh, there be the link. Um, all right, let's get to picking. Before I had the misfortune to have to spend the weekend out of town, I actually got the Apex settings finally. So let's pick with those to the best of our ability. Although I am going to be using a Reaper 32,000 Turner. And I for one love the crescent hook. It's probably my most used. Like I think it's the Reaper number one pick, and I think it's my most used pick out of the Reaper set by far. This one is a slightly. I feel like it's because it's longer than the uh the Reaper.
Number one, it's a little bit of a different vibe, but it's incredibly nimble around these Abus paracentric keyways. But yeah, it's hello Maria, how's it going? It's a profile I'm very fond of because I like to I know a lot of it's kind of an emperor wears no clothes situation for me, where a lot of people seem to like picking the Abus keyway or this, like, call it whatever, mini Yale keyway, uh, top of the keyway tension with like a medium or long or deep hook, where I prefer the exact opposite manner of picking, where I would much rather with the Avis keyway. Hi Bray, how is it going? I would much rather use a really slack hook and bottom of the keyway tension to kind of finagle my way around the keyway rather than to go through the warding. That's my POV. Look, open lock is open lock, so it doesn't matter how you got to that open lock as long as you got arrived at said open lock. But like I said, me personally, my own personal POV on that is that N you know, it's, the Abus keyway prefers bottom of the keyway. I mean, I'm back in my hometown, and I'm happy to be back. I worked a day at work today. I'm chilling here with my cats and picking locks and bullshitting with the homies. Yeah, but these old locks from my grandpa are not hard to pick, but they are quite Chinesium. Um, Thanks, Delbert. I'm glad I'm home safe. And thanks for stopping by, and you as well, Bray. I know you were there too, but thanks to you guys for stopping by at the 2 a.m. or at least it was 2 a.m. for me live stream. Nobody is more glad that I'm home safe than my ass crack because god damn, I sweat like a motherfucker. And sorry, am I being too too explicit? I sweat like crazy, and going to humid places like New York is just like I can't even get out of a friggin' shower because it's like I'll never be dry. That's why, no lie, when I was taking care of my grandmother after my grandpa died, it was so like shitty to be in Florida because like even in friggin' December and January, it's humid as hell. You get out of the shower and you literally need to go to a different room or open the door because like yeah, drip drop dripping, Elijah. Yep, that's pretty much what it is. Tell you, the only one of these locks for my grandpa. Hi, Rhonda, thanks for joining in. By the way, if you want, the link to the official David Romano Discord server is included below. It's still very much in its beta stages and getting started. But if you want to join in, feel free to. Anyways, to answer your question, my cats are doing very well. The colony was taken care of by the other colony feeders. Um, Yes, absolutely. True Builder, I will show you Baby Blue post haste. But yeah, Baby Blue is doing pretty well. Um, and my former sous chef Jamie, who also gave her name to Jamie the cat at the colony, was watching the cats for me, and that was very helpful. All right, let's go. P Dubs. I don't even know if this Watong is pickable by me at the moment. Well, let's go take a look at Baby Blue. Okay, first off, sorry. Removing.
So we're the Kitty STD. Yeah, it is all standard pins, but it's floppy. Like it feels like it's in a false set when you just tension it. Benny, baby boy. But it's just old school Chinesium is what it is, P-dubs. Excuse me, sorry. Excuse me. But yeah, the Kitty STD, the day of my flight to New York, he had a follow-up vet appointment. So we're waiting on the results to get back to see how he's doing, but he's still in quarantine for now. Hello, Yin Yet. But yeah, here's Baby Blue. Oh yeah, Baby Blue is yeah, I'd say it's Baby Blue first, then Fats, and then maybe Big V, but it's like, or Marble Cat, but it's the fall off between Baby Blue and Fats and all the other cats as far as like level of fame and adoration is just massive. So you can see he's still a little sniffly, but yeah, it's pretty darn close. But yeah, Baby Blue's doing well. But but I definitely think people are liking watching like Baby Blue because he's making progress. He's off the streets. I am a dog person too, but I specifically do cat rescue. Like this guy was a street cat that I fed for pretty much 3 years, and now I've finally taken him off the. It's okay, P-dubs. Thank you for stopping by, and hope to see you again soon. But yeah, Baby Blue is good boy. I took care of him and other cats at the feral cat colony for 3 years, and now I've taken him off the colony, and he's gonna be kitty for me. But right now he's in quarantine because he's got feline chlamydia and feline mycoplasma. A picture of what? Or is this a cross chat? Yeah, Rona. This is a very popular kitty. We're gonna make this the most famous kitty at the colony, if he isn't already. Beep beep blue. James Cullen says hello and happy birthday to you, Baby Blue. I'm not sure if it is your birthday, but happy birthday, Baby Blue. Baby Blue. Baby boy. Hey, baby boy. Hey, baby boy. Hello, Amp Gwills. Hi. Baby Blue and Baby Boy. The babies are in town. The babies are in town. Baby Blue. Little Baby Blue. Baby Blue. He's a Baby Blue. Baby Blue. Baby Blue. Also like a kitty, baby blue. Baby Blue. Baby Blue.
That's such a good kitty.
Cat in box? Yeah. Well, I mean, it's mutual, Rona, right? I love him very much. He loves me because I love him, and I give him food. Baby Blue. Thank you. Thank you so much, Drew Builder. And yeah, like I said, if you feel like it, feel free and hop in on the Discord if you have the Discord app. I'm trying to create a spacey space on the internet. Same goes for you, Rona. If you have a Discord account, feel free to hop in on the Discord if you like. What it will become, I don't know, but what it is right now will be a place for me to confab with everyone without having to like start a WhatsApp or something. Baby Blue, baby boy, Benny Ben. All right, Baby Blue's going back into quarantine. Bye, Baby Blue. Meow. Benny. Benny. Benny, Benny, Benny. He's a Benny, Benny. Benny, Benny, Benny. Benny. All right. Hello. Oh, I'm so sorry in advance. I'm gonna butcher your name. Sainath Kadam. Hello. How are ya? Okay, folks, we are back in place. And as I was saying, yes, after my my grandma's funeral, and Shabbat dinner, because Judaism sometimes is really quite a thing in life, and you can't get away from it no matter how hard you try. But another thing we got from the New York Lovelock Bridge is this delicious and very rusty looking Master Lock Model 230, 220, 230. Anyways, it's obviously in its open state, but the core is relocked. So let's pick it open, and we're actually going to gut it and see if we can see what we can make out of this. And then after that, who knows what will happen? I do have work tomorrow at Universal Studios, but it's not till noon. So we'll see what the schedule is. We'll also just see what my energy level is, because although I don't have work until noon tomorrow, I did have work today also because I had to catch up on my other job. Ain't no rest for the cookers. All right. Oh, P-Dubs, I'm a multi-time member of the Lockpicking Mile High Club. Every time I fly, I do a mile high. And the funny thing is that up until recently, I've actually been like increasing. Oh, sorry. Like I've been doing like increasing degree of difficulty. Like the first time I did. It's okay. It's okay. I sort of the name did seem very vaguely Indian, but thank you so much for stopping by all the same. You know, I'm sure you can pronounce David better than I pronounce your name. So it's like, you know, who's the really culturalist crass person here? It's us Seppos as usual. Hello, Dean. But yeah, so yeah, P-Dub, this trip, I did a bunch of greenbelt locks. I had some Abus Lotto. I picked a yeah, Abus Lotto. Picked I think it was 7240. I think I brought with me, and what else? Oh yeah, and I picked a Packlock 98 Pro also. But like that's actually like what's funny is I'd actually been. Yeah, I'll check up on that. All right. So, zinc body padlock with this really like kind of weird like carrier mechanism, but it's actually pretty smart if you think about it, because it, instead of that tiny little like retainer plate, it makes this big honking thing all be the retainer plate. Kind of fun. And also because it's made out of zinc. Bye, Rona. Thank you for stopping by. But yeah, there's these two like hardened pins as anti-drill stuff, which is funny because it's all zinc. But anyways, let's see what we're working with. Also, I want to see. Let's see if before we actually gut the cylinder. Usually with these round body padlocks, I've never actually gutted a Master Lock 230. Usually, yeah, you can take them apart pretty completely. Oh, Bray, I'm 32, my brother. I'm a geezer, relatively speaking. Okay, this actuator is really weird, so I'm not going to mess with it too much because I'm afraid that I'm going to break something in like the worst kind of way. But the point is, actually, no, that's a lie. Ha! Holy shit, what an interesting, what a fascinating mechanism. Hello, Shell. We're taking apart locks and hanging out with cats. But right now we're just taking apart. What a fascinating mechanism. Have you all ever seen an actuator? Excuse me, Hachu. Have you all ever seen an actuator mechanism like that? I have not. That's fascinating. Let me get a napkin or something so I can wipe this crap off. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, there's some sort of hardened pin over there. You know what I think it is, Elijah? Is that because the body itself is zinc, they're just adding, rather than machining everything out, they're just doing castings. That would be my, whoa, what the, shit? Oh, all right. Thank you, Bray, for liking the video. Yeah, it's an interesting, like, I don't know what the situation is with, like, it was just chilling right here on the side. And like, I don't quite get it because there's another. I don't know. It's weird. That's all I got for you right now. It's just weird. Yeah, it's an interesting way to do a actuator. I've never seen that before. That's interesting. There's also, I'm pretty sure that the actuator itself is zinc, but they put some sort of they put, I believe, some sort of hardened steel insert, which probably is to prevent against melting or forcing, because I believe many, many moons ago, LPL actually demonstrated a melt attack against one of these Master 230s. It took quite some time, but the fact is he got in because if you put a torch to zinc for long enough, it will melt. Yeah. I mean, this P-Dubs is kind of somewhere in between. Did Masterlock put thought into it, or did Masterlock sort of put thought into it? Hold on, let me put my headphones back on so you guys don't have to have that noise.
Way more better, right? Right? My voice sounds even sexier than it usually does, and there's no more sound effect that I find excruciating. Ah! Oh dear, how did I close the thing? I hope I didn't lose too many peeps in that brief moment. Anyways, let's go. Exactly, Delbert. It costs many much yen to make good product. It costs very few yen to make shit. Masterlock's finest bean counters did the math and they decided we will make shit from here until the heat death of the universe. All right, but for what it's worth, it's a really funky, cool actuator mechanism. Just made the actuator out of brass, but you know, this is the low quality option. The high quality option was the 930 at the time, or the 6230 or whatever. Also, you can tell that this comes from a place that is near water because look at all this like combination of zinc oxidation and salt. Fun stuff. Okay. Like most of these 5-pin master locks, it's a crimped core. So, how do I deal with the crimped core? Very simple stuff. First off, let me make sure everything is in order for this lock. So I got my two ball shackle. All right. All right. It's crimped, but it's crimped on this side. So we got to slide this sucker over. So, oop, all the driver pins fell down into the core now, but that is okay because I was not born yesterday and I know how to get the driver pins out the way. What does phone is Ligan mean? Or is it phone is dying? Is that what she meant to? Okay. Oh no, poop. I went the wrong way. Stupid. I really wish it would just play along nicely because otherwise I'm gonna have to pick it the wrong direction, which is not my idea of a good time. Boom. It played nicely. All right. We got the crimp lined up with the crimp. Hello, Silvana. Thank you for stopping by. Also, for the record, the link to the David Romano Discord is in the is in the pinned comments if you want to join in. Anywho, yeah. So this is actually one of the locks from technically it was Brooklyn, I believe, because it was Bay Ridge. But yeah, it was right in the shadow of their Verrazano Narrows Bridge. All right. Or one, two, three, four. Wow, that bidding sucks. That's just terrible. All right, and now our top pins. It'd be a good idea before I did the top pins or driver pins that I grab a, excuse me, that I grab a tweezer so I don't send the driver pins into the spirit realm. Another day of picking locks and gutting locks, and another day of where did I put my covert instruments tweezers? I lost them again. I'm in a constant state of losing my. Never mind. Found them. For the record, I'm expecting all standard key and driver pins, but what the future holds for this lock, I don't really know. But we're gonna gut it and see what's up. It's the standard for those of you who are lock nerds. This is the standard master lock 5 pin W27 core that comes with all their like non-pro series rekeyable. So like the 21, 25, the 101, the 230, 220, and variations thereof. Lovely quality springs. No worries at all, Silvana. At 2 a.m., it all looks the same. It's all. Where are some? You're somewhere on the Belt Parkway. Where on the Belt Parkway exactly? Here on the Belt Parkway. I'm not gonna lie. If it was a little bit earlier in the day, I really wanted to check out. Apparently, there's this there's a footbridge that's like a pedestrian only bridge that goes from like near uh where the Triborough Bridge is to bye Bray, thank you for stopping by. Yeah, it goes from the Triborough Bridge towards Island, and it's a lift bridge, so it goes up and down for shipping traffic, but it's for pedestrians only. And I really wanted to check that out, and also because I think there was a non-zero chance I would have found some locks there, but also because I thought it would have been a cool thing to see a pedestrian only lift bridge. That seemed funky, but it was too late. I didn't get around to it. But hey, next time I'm in New York, maybe we'll do that. When's the next time you're going to be in New York, David? Not any time soon. There's the answer to that question. But yeah, Silvana, this is actually one of the locks that I kept from the lock bridge in Brooklyn in Bay Ridge. And right now we are gutting it, we are cleaning it, and we're gonna see if we can either make it into a challenge lock or just return it into a serviceable lock, whichever I feel like doing more of right now. First off, we're polishing our balls, people. Make sure your balls are well polished. But yeah, this I think will either be a challenge lock that takes a journey, or it'll be something for my personal collection, something meaningful that like I can be like, yeah, I picked this lock the night of my grandma's funeral, and here it I found it on a random Lovelock bridge in Queens, and it has meaning therefore. A little bit of the chrome on the ball bearings has been stripped off, as you can see. It's a little unfortunate, but this one's in very good condition. It's probably what happened is this is the ball bearing on the shackle side, and this is the ball bearing on the through hole, sorry, they're both on the shackle. This is the long shackle side ball bearing that's more um that's more shielded, and this is on the short side of the shackle where there's just more water ingress, so it eats away more. Why locks are stuck in open area like rain? Well, because sometimes you need to lock up things in open areas and rainy areas. It's unfortunate, but it's also reality. All right, now I think we're gonna do a quick cleanup on these two parts to see if we can make them a little bit nicer. Let's see, where is that? These are my right. And the bottom plate's actually in pretty good condition. There's a little bit of like pitting starting to form, but it's not too bad. Is it made in America or made in not America? That's what I want to know. It doesn't say, but it does say case hard on the shackle. Usually usually, Master Lock hasn't printed case hard on their shackles in probably 20 years now, or at least 15. Anyways, so since I'm kind of feeling lazy and it's almost 10 p.m. here in Los Angeles, I want to see if I have a core that's going to be a straight drop-in replacement, so I don't have to key this sucker up. Also, I'm not sure if I have blanks for the 27 keyway. I know I have a lot of Master Lock blanks, but they're for other keyways. They're for the 15 keyway and the Pro Series uh and 17 keyway. All right, let's see what we can do. Hold on, folks. We're heading upstairs on an adventure. Adventure time! Adventure time! Does David have Master Lock cores that are extras? Oh, one of the kitties just took a fat stinky shit in here. Welcome to Coreville. All right, kick and padlock cylinders. Anything 5-pin in here for Master Lock? Oh no! That's 4-pin, 4-pin. Those are kick cylinders. This is all 4-pin. That's gonna be a no-go. How about the Master Lock section? More 4-pins. And do I have keys? That's for a master one. 40. Yeah, that's 140 key blank. Yeah, I have blanks for M12, M4, M4. Well, that sucks. No blank keys or no 27 blanks. That's poop. It's okay. I have an alternative plan. Well, what we're gonna do because the bidding on that on that particular master, like I didn't actually like read the key or anything like that, but like I can tell you all right from the jump that the bidding on that master lock is really uh sad. It's extremely flat, and at least 3 of the pins are the exact same length. So the bitting, let me go actually back downstairs. I'll check the pins, and I don't know. I'll take a guess at the bitting, and then I'll actually take measurements, and then we can see how good I am at reading master lock pins or not good. But I'm gonna bet you I'm pretty good. Bet, and also I'm pretty lazy at unpacking, but it's okay 'cause on top of my suit bag. Because if you put a square or rectangular place for cats to sit, cats will sit. Kitties! More kitties! Look at Sully down there. You think you're hiding, dude. I can see your eyes are copper colored, guy. Copper. And in the words of the movie Moonstruck, and then there's copper. Okay. Let me get some of these heavy pieces out of here. So you see what I'm saying? One is pretty short that looks like a I'm gonna use American lock notation because I have an American lock pinning kit, but my guess is it's we got three, three, four, five, five, five. That would be my guess. Let's see how close I am. I'm guessing three, four, five, five, five. Three, four, five, five, five. Three, four, five, five, five. Or some combination thereof. Let's see. Do we have an advance on three, four, five, five, five? Pocket Woman also thinks it's three, four, five, five, five. Lucky numbers spinning. They spinning. They spinning. They spinning. Let me grab my pin kit with the bidding depth. Oh my god, many messy. All right, got my bidding depths right there, and I have calipers here somewhere. There's a ball peen hammer. That's kind of like calipers, except in every possible way. Um, no, David, you're smarter than that. You wouldn't just put calipers bare ass in a tool bag. No, you'd leave them somewhere around here to get whacked. Oh, I'm never the cleanest person in the world, and then sometimes I'm I'm not unclean. Let me edit my statement just there. I'm never the most organized person in the world. I'm clean. I'm just like I'm messy, you know? I'm discordant. Um I need to find my calipers, and if I don't find my calipers, I'm going to be big sad. Benny, no calipers, no happy David. Oh, oh, big sad right now. Big sad. Yeah, Benny, big sad. We're big sad right now. I can't find my calipers, dude. I don't know, man. I just, for those of you who are of the Christian persuasion, I'm a lapsed Jew, as you know. But for those of you who are the Christian persuasion, who is the patron, patron saint of lost things? Is it Saint Michael or Saint Anthony? Either way, whoever that patron saint is, that's my patron saint. Because I am constantly in a state of where the fuck did I put that shit? That's where the fuck I put that shit. Yeah. Hey, Frick. It was underneath my Dremel because, of course, that is. Oh, okay, Frick. Today, no bridge, but we are. Oh, but that's the thing, Elijah. I don't have the key. I have the pins, and I'm literally, like I said, like what P Dubs put 3455. That's my guess on the bidding just by sight reading. Actually, I'm going to retract previous statement. It's not 3455. It's 35556. Yeah, I don't think so, Frick. I think I said we're at home with David in the description. But I will say this: the lock we're dealing with right now is one of the ones I got off that bridge in New York. So we're bridge adjacent. All right. Yeah, I need to get that, Elijah. I'm too late. I don't have a 3D printer, and I'm too lazy to buy it. All right, 1435. That is a or 1411. That's a. Uh-oh, I'm already off. The bidding. Right, but I was using American bidding. No, I'm correct. Three. That first pin is a three, as I said it was. Now I initially said that this is going to be four, but I switched my mind. I switched my vote to five. Now the pin is lost. And now, much like Amazing Grace, it was once lost, but now it is found. 1567, that's a 4. The 3, my initial thing is so far right, but my recomputation is wrong because I was at 3455. So this is gonna be another 4 then, I think. Yep, another 4, and then there's gonna be another 4. No! Starting to sound like Margaret Thatcher. No, no, you turn if you want to. The lady's not for turning. Another 4. Oh, Silvana, believe me, I cannot tell you how many things I've found when I'm looking for something else. Literally, like in the past, I've said, like when I'm looking for something, like, okay, let me look for something else because now that I'm looking for something else, I'll find the thing that I was looking for initially. You're erect. I'm on. Well, then come in and fuck me right up the ass, my dude, Sorarmo. I need a good fucking 1870 is a 6. Okay, so the bidding was 34446. Lame. Yep, it's 34446. And my initial what did my initial guess was that P Dubs wrote down? 34555. So either way, I wasn't right. Yeah, so my initial guess was 34555. It turned out to be 34446. It it doesn't really like I was hoping I would get, 100% accuracy on the bidding, but the fact of the matter is it's just really sad. Like the bidding is sad. It's big sad. All right, but we're gonna keep that keyway breakable. It's probably rakeable with a literal turning tool. Like I can stick one turning tool in for tension and another turning tool in for for as the actual pick, and that'll be my solution. All right. Here's a selection of various locks with the correct 27 keyway. Look, the bidding on that isn't perfect, but that's a lot better than. Okay, but Sorarmo, could you be so kind as to stop with the erect stuff? We're talking about picking locks and petting cats, not heavy petting and uh sphincter picking. Just saying. Uh okay. I don't have one. I'm not a furry. I'm just David. Although I'm very down with the furry community. It's not my thing, but if it gets you through the night and makes you happy, God bless you. Or invisible flying spaghetti monster bless you as well. Oh, and Sorormo, not to this is not me angry at you or anybody else, but I will take this. Um, I will take this as an opportunity to say that please, my name is David. It's not Davy. It's not Dave. It's David. I especially hate the name Dave. Please don't call me that. It's just a personal thing. I'm a David, but yeah. Sorry, Frick. Unfortunately, rumors of my furriness are greatly exaggerated. However, I'm very um down with the furry people if they want to exercise their furriness. I love them for that. God bless them. Um, that being said, yes, we're pro furry here. We're sex positive. We're very much in favor of the alphabet gang. All of the above. Everyone's welcome. The only people not welcome, as I will always say, are the haters. If you're going to be a racist, bigoted, sexist piece of shit, please get off my stream. You're not welcome. All right. My friend and his girlfriend just sent me a text saying, or they're not his girlfriend, they're married. My brother and his wife just sent me a text saying they landed in their hometown and the flight sucked. I could have told them that from the jump that the flight was going to suck. My flight was terrible and it was delayed 2 hours on the tarmac. Oh no, Frick, dude. I know you well enough to know that you're just yanking my chain, and I can totally deal. Some random dude where Spirit Airlines. Oh, you know what the sad thing is in Europe, Spirit Airlines would be decent because they could actually charge you like really cheap fares. But in the United States, because of TSA and all that stuff, there aren't like legitimately cheap. Like here's the thing. You can trash talk Ryanair all you want, but you can literally get on a plane and go from one place to another for like for like 15 euros. Oh, oh no, it's because I'm a professional chef, so I buy stuff in bulk. So I have Old Bay, but I'm not going to dig into it, but like I have thyme and dill and other stuff. It's just easier when you're a professional to buy in bulk. It's cheaper too. But yeah, but I do like Old Bay. It's good stuff. Oh, Silvana, the bulk of Old Bay. I'm pretty sure I got it from Restaurant Depot, but I think I sometimes see it. Um, I sometimes see it, I think, in, like, Smart& and Final. I don't know if you'll be able maybe you can find it in, like, a a Costco business center or something like that. Like, not the, like, normal Costcos, but, like, the Costco specifically designed for, like, extra warehousiness might be, you might find, success and good fortune in that. Oh, yeah, and garlic powder you can absolutely find. Yeah, garlic powder, onion powder, salt, pepper, those are easy to find. More specific stuff, like Old Bay might you might have to go to a specific like restaurant supply center, like I said, like 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 Home Depot or whatever. But not Home Depot, Restaurant Depot. Ah, sorry guys, I'm y'all know I can barely speak English on a normal day. We're just trying to get some of this, because this is a zinc bodied padlock. Any yeah. Anyways, Sorarmo and P Dubs, let's not discuss. First off, P Dubs, you're absolutely correct. You can rewind a live. I've done it before. I've accidentally rewinded a live so many times where I'm just like, I want to see. It sent me to the beginning of the live. God damn it! But the primary, but yeah, let's not get into this malarkey. The primary goal here right now is to turn this rusty, dusty, crusty, curmudgeonly block that's been out in the weather for probably the better part of a decade now and make it shiny, shiny, nicey, nicey compared to what it was before. Does it need to be new condition? No, I'm really not shooting for that, but it needs to be better condition. Well, yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. You can see like the pitting is starting to get underneath the chrome plating. That sucks. Like you can actually see here where the chrome plating straight came off. So unfortunately, that pitting is going to just stick around. But what we can do is we can remove some of this, the red rust oxidation. Oh, so Silvana, what I use and what I recommend to everybody is Barkeeper's Friend Soft Scrub. It's a liquid clean. It's also like anything where you need, excuse me, a mild abrasive. This is really good. I also use it for um, like for knives and like pitting and stuff like that. It's great. Or not pitting. If you have pitting on a knife, you really messed up. But like if you have like minor like staining or discoloration, yeah, they're great. Anyways, we continue case hard. I don't know how good this is possibly going to get, but we're just going to try and clean it up a bit. I'd want to remove like all any loose gunk that I can get just to make it look a bit more presentable, and just also just trying to arrest the rusting process to the best of my ability. But yeah, I'm very much in favor. Anybody who's listening, Barkeeper's Friend Soft Scrub is just a great cleaning agent, generally speaking. But if you need to remove light surface rust, it's just exceptional because oxalic acid, which is the active chemical in in BKF, is a known light duty rust remover. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not gonna like it's gonna if I wanted this to be actually truly rust free, I'd have to be here with the scrub brush and the Barkeeper's Friend for like an hour or more, maybe. But like to do that initial cleanup and just to like get it, just to get it, like I said, this is not a full restoration. I'm not one of those YouTube guys like what's the dude from Switzerland, My Mechanics, who does like, you know, complete spick and span restorations. That's not what I do, and that's not my goal here. My goal here is to get the extra red rust off as much as possible, to try and save the chrome plating as much as possible. And also, and this is just for me especially, but I really want um I want to be able to read any letterings that are on the shackle. In this case, I can't see it right now because I'm so polishing, but I want to see the words case hard really well defined. All right, we're gonna do one more application of BKF. So yeah, big like, and for the record, you can also get the traditional Barkeeper's Friend, the powder, if you want. But like, I'm just 21st century lazy, and I don't feel like making a slurry when I can just buy the soft scrub, and it makes its own slurry just like that in the palm of your hand. And oh, but one thing, and this is so important, I have to mention it. Yeah, that you're not wrong, Frick. Barkeepers is an exceptional cleaner. But I cannot mention this enough. You need to wear gloves when you're doing this, because if you do this bare skinned, ask me how I know. Um, you will get the worst skin peeling of your life. It won't be like a full on chemical burn, so you won't feel how shitty it's getting until it's too late when all your skin is coming off. But yeah, it won't be like lie or something like that where like you're instantly in pain and you're like, shit, I shouldn't have done that. No, this is slow. This is the slow burn. Oh man, I got fucked up. You won't think it's so bad. You're just like, oh, maybe it's like, I've done dishes before with no gloves on. It's the chemicals are drying out my pores. No, it's so much worse than that. Oxalic acid is literally turning your skin pores into dust, my guy. So yeah, I cannot say it strongly enough. It's a wonderful cleaner, but you need to wear skin protection of some sort, or you're gonna have a bad time. But like I said, look at that. Look at the brown shit on my. Oh, Silvana, you want to know how I know? I was cleaning something just like this once, and boy, oh boy. uh, the next day I had to go up to my sous chef and be like, dude, I need you to do most of the knife work. My both of my palms are on fire right now because the skin is peeling so badly. I cannot handle food right now because like I'm a walking health code violation with all this like with like literally I'm decomposing in the kitchen as we speak. But yeah, like I said, the worst thing about it is that it's not painful like a traditional chemical burn. You don't know that you've messed yourself up until like several hours later, or even worse, the next day when you're like, why is all my skin peeling? What did I do to myself? But I will say one thing: it's a lesson you only need to learn once. But like I said, it's not necessarily unpleasant, but it is uncomfortable and or sorry, it's not necessarily painful, but it's uncomfortable and unpleasant. And thank you, P Dubs. That guy was getting a little bit on my nerves. Like, obviously, 10 years old, and like, he even make a butt stuff joke, and they're like, butt stuff. It's like, my guy, once you're older than like 15, butt stuff is so passe, especially in 2025. Everybody's doing butt stuff. Gay people, straight people, non binary people, asexual people are doing butt. Fuck, sorry, excuse me. Asexual people are doing butt stuff with themselves. Like, and hello, Owen. We are cleaning off the rust on this I wouldn't call it vintage, but it's old, on this old Master Lock Model 230. And I'm getting pretty close to where I'm going to stop. I think most of the brown rust is being removed and replaced by a nice little black oxide layer, which is kind of what you want. If you can't save if you can't save the chrome plating, then you want that black oxide. And obviously, the chrome plating on the bottom of the shackle is actually still pretty intact, but on the top of the shackle, it is long gone. All right, I'm gonna let this sit for about a minute, and we're gonna do quick ones over on these guys. They don't need very much. And for the record, Frick, if you're gonna do a medium rare Sylvana, I just stop at medium rare. Once you get to medium, it really starts to toughen up. It's like Gator. Anything beyond medium, it's like chewy, 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 no gooey, gooey, gooey. I especially like my humans medium rare. But you got to make sure they get above 135, or otherwise bacteria. So like, you really got to toe the line. Like, rare is no good, medium's too chewy, but you want your humans perfect medium rare, 135 internal, no hotter, no colder. Any hotter, too chewy. Any colder, you're in the temperature danger zone, as per my training. And I'm sorry, Silvana. Me and Frick are being really horrible human beings right now, but it's okay. It's kind of funny. Yes, chef. That's all I want to hear in the kitchen is Frick is yes, chef. Unless I'm not the head chef, in which case I'm the one. All I want to say is yes, chef. Heard. Just getting some of the oxidation off the actual cylinder and pour We don't need to make it shiny, shiny, because let's face it, we're not going to see it most of the time. But I do want to get some of the like zinc oxide, I think it is, and salt combo the heck out of here. And for the record, while I'm super ADD right now, I'd like to let the record show that I personally do not engage in butt stuff. But if you want to, like, that's your prerogative. God bless you either way. Just be safe and use lube. I mean, I don't know if I should say God bless you to sodomy because, like, I mean, allegedly God did slice the entire population of some cities because they were doing butt stuff. But I think that's one of those tales from the Hebrew Bible where it's like, yeah, that's because back in those times, doing butt stuff would kill you very quickly. Yeah. No, but I'm like, I never heard when I was reading the Old Testament. Hey, and the KY jelly went 2 by 2 into the ark with Noah, and followed by the Astroglide, also 2 by 2, and the anal beads, they went 2 by 2 as well into the ark with Noah. See, this is the kind of humor, by the way, I want to be hearing. If you're gonna make butt stuff jokes, I want references to the Old Testament in there. Make it witty. Not that I myself am witty, but I think I am. Maybe. I don't know. Same thing with the plug. Oh, by the way, I'm not doing super polish except for the front because I want the front to be nice and shiny brass. But the rest of it, I'm just cleaning. And that's done. And then last but not least, final one. So, all right. All right. Thanks for the heads up on that one, P Dubs. I'll keep that in mind whenever I finally get a significant other. Uh, maybe I was the asexual dude talking about doing butt stuff on himself. Or maybe the butt stuff was just the fun butt stuff we met along the way. Yeah, it does look a damn sight better, right? Most of the pitting is still there, which is unfortunate, but the red rust is mostly gone, and that's a big step in the right direction, if you ask me. All right, let's see if we can put this sucker back together and key it up to that other 27 key. Okay. Yeah, I should say so, P-dubs. Heaps better. All right. Actually, get our water out of the. Hi, Bray. Welcome back. You didn't miss much. You just missed some Indonesian dude being supremely inappropriate because they just learned about stuff that's frankly we shouldn't be discussing if you're actually 10 years old. But P-dubs, Bray mentioned in the chat that they were 10. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. People can say whatever the heck they want um in the chat. So I don't know whether it's true or not, but I'm going to take them at face value. So please, in the chat for now, let's try and keep it PG to PG-13 for now. F words are still allowed, but try to keep them to one every like 5 minutes. Um, so yeah. All right. So now it is time to put. All right. No, no, no. All right. Wait, yeah. No. Also, my favorite thing, the shackle looks just a damn sight better. Okay. Let's start to put this sucker back together to the best of our ability. Um. Okay. Spring in, shackle in. But yeah, and also I just don't understand. I don't like. I can see why people would lie to be older, but I don't think anybody would lie to be like, yes, I. As a matter of fact, I am 10 years old. No, don't make me break out the friggin' grease, dude. I don't want to have to grease up the balls. That's what she said. Ah, there's the thing I was looking for. All right, move. Okay. Okay. To be honest with you, folks, I'm a little bit unsure exactly how I'm supposed to get this crap. You know what? Hello, Louie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You know what? I have greased locks before, and that's exactly what we're doing on these boys. We're gonna throw a little white lithium on them. It's not the solution to everything, but it will be the solution to this. Sorry, baby boy. I didn't mean to grease you. I greased bread. All right. The balls have been greased. Greasy ball bearings. Okay. Uh. Okay. Um. You know what? We're just gonna grease them up, and we're just gonna drop them suckers in there like that. Boom, 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 boom. That one goes there. That one goes there. No. All right. Actually, gonna grease up this little pin too, because that's got to sit here on the actuator. That's pretty frustrating. Okay. There's a lot. I'll say this: it's a nifty actuator design, but it is a lot more of a pain in the ass than the traditional, like American Lock or Master Lock Pro Series actuator design. It's quite frustrating. in comparison. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. P Dubs is that little round bar thing, which is just delightful. Okay, let's see if we can slide this sucker in. What's interesting is I'll, I'll I'll show it as soon as I get this whole situation in. But there's actually like dovetails to help you like insert everything. Like I said, so yeah, the the uh the actual whole actuator mechanism slides on these two dovetails. So there's only one correct way to go in. That's smart. I like that. Uh, okay, let me see if do I have a fully assembled master lock core? As a matter of fact, yes, I do. Okay, I'm loving it. We're back together as far as the actuator goes by the looks of things. All right. Now it's time to rekey the core, and we should be home free, folks. But yeah, that was a little bit more involved than like an American 700, but it wasn't that bad. Okay, wait. Let me grab my American lock pinning kit. Yeah, Louis, since you were also there at the bridge stream a few days ago, this is one of those locks I took off that bridge in Brooklyn. And right now, what we're doing is I cleaned it and I cleaned it up quite thoroughly in the sink. And now we're actually going to change its keying. So I actually have a working key for it. Had I had extra blanks, I probably would have cut a new key for the lock. Um, but like specifically to its original pinning, unfortunately, um, I don't have any blanks for this particular key uh profile, so we're just going to make our we're going to make a new key based off we're going to rekey it to this key, which is the same key way. It's the 27 key way, if you can see that. You just dropped a snack cake on the floor. Oh, dear. Pick that up with the quickness, please, or otherwise you will have snack snack infestations on the floor. All right, let's get this sucker keyed up to the correct key. All right. David's bidding guess is going to be 33723. Okay. Was I right about the presence of many sevens? For those of you, if you own the OEM American Lock Penny Kit, 7 or 3 is the blue is the red pins. All right. First pin is a 3, as I suspected. Second pin is that also a 3? Yes, it is. This isn't great bidding either, but at least there's a lot more high cuts. Also, completely tangential to everything, but while I'm on live and while I'm bullshitting, I might as well share something with y'all. Um, hey Delbert. Um, P-Dubs, you've had it up to here with Soror. I think that's an Indonesian name. I can't be sure. It is a 3, right? It's not a 2. I can do math, or I can sight read a key. Maybe it is a 3. Shit, I'm wrong. Dang. All right. But no, but this is a 2 for sure, right? Come on, my dudes. Yep. Correct the mundo on that one. 3, 3. And I guess this was a 7, right? Am I correct, or is it a 6? I bet you it's a 6 just to make me. Oh, we're doing pretty well. 33723. Okay, Delbert, super chat question. So I get 70% of any super chat. So 30% goes to the big G and 70% goes to me. All right. Since we're switching to American lock pins, we're also going to do American lock driver pins. Now, on the 7 cut, we are for sure going to use a serrated since we'll get more mileage out of the serrated with that low cut. And on the two cut, we're using a serrated spool because we'll get maximum spool action out of it. Then the three cut after the two is getting another spool, as is the one before the seven cut, but the pin number one, which is also a three cut, is getting a serrated, which is gonna piss me off. Oh no, she spilled tea on the MCR CD. When I was a young boy, I spilled some tea on a CD. There went the marching band. I think the lesson to be learned is streaming is the way of the now, not just the future. And behold, a collection of different random pins. Or not pins, sorry, springs. All right, we got this sucker keyed up. Oh, wait, no, 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 no. All right, sorry. This is a big thing. This is a thing that I do. You don't have to do it, but I think it makes perfect sense, and it's something you should do. Is before I key up the actual thing, the plug, or sorry, the core, I put the key in with no thing. So if it spins nicely, it should have no problem making the key operate nicely. All right. But yeah, so 33723 looks like our new bidding, which is a lot better than whatever it was before. 33444 or what was it again? 34445 or something like that. Well, if you have a visceral reaction, we'll switch to a different artist because there's one song that's been stuck in my head ever since my grandma died, and it's "Depreston" by Courtney Barnett, an Aussie artist actually for my Anzac brethren. Um, but yeah, highly recommended for anybody who needs a sad song every now and then. Just just great. Maybe I'll end up singing it out loud later in the stream. Maybe not. But yeah, we'll see. All right. And also, just because I'm a bastard, we're gonna put different springs in most of the chambers just to screw with the spring tension too. Because even if we're not threading the core or putting any challenge pins, we're gonna add a little degree of difficulty just by adding a little assholery. Because when in doubt, asshole it out. Double strength spring on this one. Gonna be a real pisser. All right, beam bop, boom, boom, boom bop, bam. These springs, man, you just wouldn't understand. All right, let's follow her in. Let's load this sucker up. All right, I guess it's time to start singing. They say we should look out further. I guess it wouldn't hurt us. house. We don't have to be around all these coffee shops. And now we got that percolator. Never made a latte greater. I'm saving $23 a week. We moved to a house in Preston. We see police arresting a man with his hand in a bag. How's that for first impressions? Place seems depressing. It's a California bungalow in a cul-de-sac. And I see the handrail in the shower, collection of those canisters for coffee, tea, and flowers, and a photo of a young man and a black man in Vietnam. And I can't think of floorboards anymore, whether the front room faces south or north. Ah, I fucked it up. And I wonder what she bought it for. So yeah, that's a beautiful song that I think about a lot right now. I can't sing it beautifully, but and I'm sure you Aussie peeps know where Preston is better than I do, but the idea of just moving into or checking out a house recently vacated by an old lady resonated me sorry, tearing up a bit. Um it resonated with me very strongly uh going through my grandma's old house. Just the handrail in the shower, there's all over my grandma's house there was handrails. Handrails everywhere. Every doorway. Oh, and well, there was no photo of a young man in Vietnam, but there's a ton of photos of my grandfather who was a grunt in World War II. So, all right, bye, P Dubs. Thanks for stopping by. I lost a spool pin because I'm dumb. So we can just go get another one because that's how pinning kits work. Not how grandparents work, though. When you lose one, you can't just get another one. But you can cherish the time you had with them. Bray, your nickname is Bray, right? I mean, all these nicknames I have for people, I don't really have nicknames for anybody except for Pocket Woman, and that's just because Pocket Woman prefers to be anonymous online, which is something I can't blame her for at all. But everyone else, Delbert and or I guess Frick too is the same thing. But like, yeah, these are just people who appreciate their anonymity online. And the same as you do, because I doubt your actual legal name on your birth certificate is Bray, and if it is, that's cool too. But like, I seriously doubt it. I'm just David. Sometimes I refer to myself as the lock picking meower because I have the ability to both pick locks and save kitty cats. But that's not. Ah, dumb. I'm like, why is this not working out the way it should be? There's your problem, David. God damn it, idiot. Okay. Uh, uh, er, um, okay. Oh, okay, BB, that works. Just don't become BB Netanyahu. That guy's a piece of shit, and I say that as an Israeli. All right, you're slowly fading out of your emo phase and into a horror punk phase. Oh, so you're getting into the Misfits. Cool. 20 eyes in my head. 20 eyes in my head. They're all the same. They're all the same. 20 eyes in my head. All right, sorry. When you're seeing 20 things at a time, just can't slow things down, and I hope you're seeing 20 things in your mind. Just can't. Yes, I had a Misfits phase in high school. I think all the punk kids did. Glenn Danzig is a G. You could say he's literally a G. His first name begins with G, but yeah. But Louis, if you're still some soft spots for emo, check out more of the college emo. There's some really good stuff. If you don't listen to American football, for example, you're missing out, in my opinion. Like just songs like Never Meant and Honestly are just like s- some of the best emo songs of all time, in my opinion. And also, and I think most people who are no longer teens would say this, but the concept of like being unable to remember your teen dreams or your teenage feelings is it's really quite something. But they seem too see through to be true. All the who's are there, but the whys are unclear. Picture this. Long awaited. David, beginning this. How does it feel? Like know how the women history things. It's like the complicated. Get into all of this. Sleep. I'm sure you're going to be going through your goth phase too, as well, Louis, pretty soon. Breaking out the what is it? You're gonna have your Bauhaus phase when you're listening to the whole 10 minutes of Bela Lugosi's "Dead, Undead, Undead, Undead." I actually saw the lead singer from Bauhaus perform live at Amoeba Records in when I was in high school. He did do Bela Lugosi's "Dead." Unfortunately, he did not hang himself upside down from the rafters like he did in actual Bauhaus performances. But still, I got to see what's his name? Peter something or other, Peter Tool or something like that. No, that's the Peter Tool is the guy from Joy Division, right? Peter Tool is the guy from Joy Division in New Order. Can people who are can the extras in the chat help me out with my post punk history here in case I'm fucking up? Peter Hook was from Joy Division and New Order, correct? Who? What was the name of what was the lead singer of Bauhaus's name? It was also Peter, wasn't it? all the 90% of those damn Brits are named Peter. Cottontail. Been down the bunny trail. Oh, that double strength spring is too hard. It's making it impossible to remove. It's sending the driver pin too far in. This is why events unnerve me. Well, the different story. No concern for wheels are turning. Or this time. I'm having a little bit of an issue because the cylinder is quite tight. And like I said, I made the double strength spring was a mistake, and I'm actually gonna have to back it out. But problem is that right now the whole core is locked up. Yeah, Yeah, but Yeah, but Peter Hook was. Yeah, and a big R.I.P. to Ian, by the way. But all right, I think we're making progress. But Peter Hook, he wasn't the lead singer, but he was, I think, the drummer, maybe, or the or like the drummer or the bassist. And then, of course, like everybody from Joy Division, minus Ian Curtis, obviously for very obvious reasons. Um, they all went on and founded New Order, except Ian Curtis, like I said, because it would have been very difficult for Ian Curtis to become a member of New Order, considering his situation. Also, I'm sorry, Bray. I know you're 10 years old, but those are not my friend. Hoser on Figueroa. And I know I have the maturity of a small child, but that's okay. It's never too late to be highly immature. Bassist. All right, big win. I s- this is absolute truth without a word of a lie, but I started losing my bass hearing when I was 15 years old because I really liked bass guitar, and I pushed my iPod earbuds, which is another thing that really dates me as millennial. Um, I pushed my iPod earbuds like further into my ear canal so I could better hear the bass. Nothing bad could happen from something like that. So no, I was never in a band, Bray. I just like music a lot. And now I'm trying to unbrick this cylinder. Okay, wait. Oh wow, this is an old ass. This is a really old master lock cylinder. They actually printed the original key code on the side. 10T2, or sorry, 10L262 is printed on the Bible. Ah, I think enough people have heard me sing on these live streams by now that they know I can't really sing. I, I am nicht good at as a singing, but I also don't care. That's a great to have. Where you're just like, I know I sing like shit, but guess what? I don't care. Well, Silvana, I can sing Martinez. Aren't you freaking stalking? Oh, Jesus. Did I soft brick this fucking thing? I think I might have. Okay, Louis, thank you for stopping by. I'm sure you've got like life or school or something tomorrow that I just have work. Okay, folks, so update. I think I drove the spool pin in number 5 sideways. Uh, all right, thanks for either way, thanks for stopping by, Louis. I appreciate you big time. Okay, guys, I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do with this situation. I think I have fucked it up. Double lucky. Okay, you know what? Fuck shit. I don't. I'm trying to think about like what we can use to move stuff around in there so that I can undo what I just did. Ah, by scamaya rapa paka 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 paka. All right, what? Uh, I don't know, dudes. I'm not smart, as you can see. I just bricked the lock. Possibly, we'll see. Okay, what if? I think it's a big question. That being said, though, I think it's a big question for a lot of us millennials. Like, will we ever be able to retire? Or the same thing goes for the Zoomers, but I don't want to put words in the Zoomers' mouth. I'm not one. But like, you know, that's two things that I think a lot of millennials worry about is will we ever be able to retire and will we ever be able to afford a house? And unfortunately, I think the answer to both questions is probably not. Unless you have inherited money, which look, I'm from a winning skin complexion to have inherited wealth, but like it's keeping shit a stack here. But like, wait, so I was away? This is a bad idea. I don't really care right now though. I need to undo what I just did because I messed shit up. By the time I'm done with this, I'm not gonna be able to use a freaking cylinder, dude. So I don't know. I fucked up. All right. I fucked up, but it's okay. We can still try and save a little bit of maybe, if not just save a little bit of my, excuse me, dignity, maybe. You know what? You're never too old or experienced to royally fuck shit up. Yo, I am going to brick this cylinder before I get it out. I'm not gonna. You mean the cylinder you already bricked because of your own idiocy, David? Just keep fucking give her. Just to try and explain what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to force the whole plug past the crimp on the back, so I don't need to break the crimp. Lube down. Ah, yo, I might have upgraded this from soft brick to hard brick. I'm not gonna lie. I think I might have fucked it up pretty badly. Yeah, shit is expensive as all hell, y'all. All right. In other news, yeah, it's not going well. This is going very left, to say the least. Uh, I, I could have sworn on a stack of upside down backwards Bibles that I had an extra master 5-pin core here. Because that's all I need. I just need the friggin' core. I don't care if I brick this one. That's fine. I can deal with that. I need a functioning master lock 5-pin core. And I really want this lock to be functioning at least in some capacity tonight. Like, I don't need it to be beautiful, but if the shit hits the fan, I'm just gonna harvest a core from somewhere else, and we'll we will jury rig it. Nope. Am I? Hold on, folks. Salvation is nigh. As fate would have it, I actually found a bunch of 5-pin master lock cores and a 5-pin pack lock core, no less, with original pack lock key. Um, so once I get everything all jiggery pokery, we're just gonna stick this pack lock core in there just so I can have a working lock tonight. Cause it's also 11:25 here in Los Angeles, and I'm starting to fade myself. Uh, I work today. Oh, my dudes, I had the shittiest flight experience coming out of JFK. It was just booty cheeks. Give me just 1 second. It's this. Yeah, wolves are best from a distance. They're kind of, if not friend, why friend shaped conundrum with wolves. Yeah, okay. So look, it's not perfect, but it's also 0% bricked. Oh, Delbert, dude. I mean, I don't know if you saw, but a recent upload to my channel, there was a straight up no BS coyote at the colony. I was scared shitless for a second. I'm like, yeah, go, run, get the fuck out of my colony, motherfucker. Backlock, why'd y'all make your core slightly larger than all the other normal, so to speak, cores? Yeah, we're packed like we make shit taller because you are not kidding, Delbert. They will go. I don't know if this is ever going to come out at the rate this is going. All right, that's a little frustrating too. Gosh, dang it, dude. On the other hand, is this a 15 keyway? It's 17. Ugh! Wait, that's a 15 QA. All right. Yeah, you really got to be careful with those damn wild animals right now. They'll fuck your shit up. Speaking of fucking shit up, I gotta get this. Ugh, that sucks. Yeah, when I saw that freaking coyote at the colony, I like put on like my max like I'm from the west. The problem, Sylvana, is that it's full on just wedged in there. It's press fit. There we go. Boom. Okay, I think we don't need to take off a ton of height. So yes, it's a wood file, and I'm filing chrome or copper washed zinc. Don't hate the player, hate the fucking game. Everyone's here screaming, get the lube. It's not lube it needs. It needs to be just smaller. Like, physically speaking, the Packlock Bible is taller by an eighth of an inch than a standard Masterlock Bible. So that's what we need. I need the Bible. Shit. I need everything to get a little bit shorter. And yeah, Bray, I'm okay. If I go silent for a little while, it's because I'm doing like arts and crafts over here to a degree, and I'm just trying to not screw the pooch to the best of my ability. This is the I'm frustrated and I want this lock to be working with key, with the quickness. Just weighing it down, people. Oh, Delbert, let me tell you something, my friend. You never realize how much you love and appreciate California until you got to be away from it. And then you're just like, get me back to California now. That's really that's what she said right there. No, it doesn't want to go in, Bray, but something is not right here. All right, this packlock cord doesn't seem to be cutting the mustard either. That's annoying. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, Delbert is makes a good point. These are old vintage made in USA craftsman pliers. Also, Bray, that's what she said once again. Um, like I know you're seven. I know you're seven, but you be a 7-year-old no house walking the dog motherfucker. Okay. All right, I know what we're gonna do. All right. Walk with me, peeps. All right, first I gotta get that bag of 15 keys. Assuming it's down here. No, I think they're upstairs. Okay, here's what we're gonna do because I like the bidding and I know the bidding to where is that at? All right, I like this. Oh no, Bray, it's a line from an old Eddie Murphy stand-up skit that's quite old actually at this point. I think it's uh but where Eddie Murphy basically says that his father gets really drunk at cookouts and kicks his family members out. I know you're seven. You get the fuck out. I know you're seven. You be a 7-year-old no house walking the dog motherfucker. It's a very very funny line that I'll never if and when your parents will allow it. Highly recommended to watch Delirious and Raw, Eddie Murphy's two stand-up comedy skits. They're hilarious, kind of homophobic, but uh, you got to make some compromises for comedy sometimes, especially in the 1980s. Where are my 15 blanks? I guess they're downstairs. Hold on, folks. Beam bop, boom, boom, bop, bam. Where are the heck are the master number 15 key blanks in my hand? Ah! Why can't I find anything, dudes? I'm telling you, my patron saint is whoever the patron saint of lost things are. That's my dude. That's my guy. Never mind fucking shit. Yeah, there's a lot of shit that would just never fly nowadays, for better or for worse, you could say. But yeah, I think Eddie Murphy's stand-up comedy specials, there's no way that they would fly in 2025. And honestly, a not insignificant part of me is like, yeah, it's probably for the best that's the case nowadays. Like just the way, just the ease which you could say the other F word back then is like actually like really jarring to me in 2025. Like, wow, I couldn't say the British word for cigarettes and just let it fly like that and not feel like super self-conscious about like, wow, I am a scumbag right now. No, I can't find fucking nothing in my apartment. Saint Anthony of Padua. All right, yeah, that's the saint I need because I am always in a constant state of fucking losing shit. And today's what did David lose is all my master lock number 15 key blanks. All of them. How many did you have, David? You might ask. Oh, over a dozen. Where are they? I don't know. That's why I'm looking. Your head hurts. My head really hurts right now from losing shit. Nope. Hey, folks. Sorry, I don't know what the heck happened there. I think we lost connect for a little while, but I'm back now. I've lost it. I, I've lost all ambition, worldly acclaim. I just wanna be the one you love. Yeah, I don't know what the heck happened. The stream crapped out for a little while. It happens. A little bit. I'm always frustrated when that happens, but it's just life. You just gotta deal with it and keep it pushing. Um, it is what it is, as it were. But I'm a little bit like, what the hell, Leon? Right now, like, where? Very annoying to not be able to find stuff that you know you have. Okay, okay, okay. All right. No, 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 no. We have a key. It says Brinks on it, so it's gonna be weird. But you know what, Delbert? You know what, Delbert? I like the cut of your jib, my friend. Let's pour one out for Lila Garfield. Dabs for it's dab time for Lila. That's my grandma. May she rest in peace. That was her name. Dab time for Lila. Gotta pour one out for the Lilas. Yeah, Savannah, I can't tell you. Like, I mean, you look. Usually, I'm having a can't find stuff the day situation because I can never find stuff. But like, it's a little worse than usual. I mean, I'm not gonna get too hard on myself because, like, I, I think within a 1 week period of the death of a loved one, you're allowed to be a little bit of a space cadet. I mean, heck, in Judaism, there's literally the practice of sitting shiva for 7 days to, like, you know process grief in with the group. I mean, look, that's where my mom is right now. She's still in New York doing all that crap. All right, wait a second. Right, I came up here because I was gonna get a 15 key. The bidding on all of these things kinda sucks. No, but I know one with good bidding, and it's a key that I can't use. Ha ha! This might work out. It's not great bidding, it's okay bidding. Y'all are like, "Oh god, Delbert, I don't have the money to do a full gram to the dome, nor do I have and frankly, I'm getting a little bit too close to baby long status for that at this point." Excuse me. And of course, now, oh my god, shit. Now when I'm not looking, I'm finding all the cool cores. Like, I think it would be a really funny as a joke to put in the little hidden master lock, uh, to put the little goal S uh core in there. We'll get around to that one eventually. All right, this should work. And it does. Wonky wonk bidding. Okay, guesstimate bidding. We're gonna be it's gonna be we're gonna be 75247. The first one, there's a non-zero chance that it's six, but I think the rest of them, I'm pretty damn close. Let's try. We're pinning up a lock again. All right, but I think that there's two sevens. Okay, this is seven as suspected, which means that one's also a seven in pin five, right? Yep. And then I said the middle one was at two, and it is. All right, I got the two sevens and the two cut in the center done. See, what did I say? It was a 5 and a 4, I think. All right, 5. Correct. And I think it's a 4, but it might also be another 5. But I'm gonna try 4 because I believe in myself. Yeah, it is decent bidding. It's not great, but it's decent. Looks like that's gonna be good. All right, this time just to make life easy, we're just gonna put in normal. We're not gonna do anything fancy. We will match. We're gonna try to match the security pins like I usually do to the uh to the bidding as best as possible. So the low cuts will be getting serrated. The two sevens will be getting serrated pins, and then the high cuts will all get spools in the center. But we're not gonna do any like we might switch up the springs, but it will just be like a brand switch up, like one chamber gets master lock and one chamber gets pack lock springs or something like that. Nothing crazy like double strength springs, cut half springs, anything like that. Cause that's what sent us on this path of clusterfuckery to begin with. And I've been spending the last best part of an hour trying to undo what I did. And that's been quality viewing, I'm sure, for my audience. They've loved it. They just want to see even more of David Romano fucking around. And rule number one of broadcasting, Elliot, give the people what they want. And then tomorrow after work's activity, we'll be trying to get that friggin' the pins, or trying my best to save the original core to the lock. But if not, just doing my best to get everything out. Why don't I work as a locksmith? That's a good question, Dimebag. Um, so I mean, first off, I'm just gonna say I do enjoy working as a cook. It's what I do. It's what I've done for a decade now, and I'm good at it, and I can make money at it. And like I said, I enjoy it, and I like what I do. The other thing is that in the state of California where I live, you need to have full certification to be a locksmith. Now, there's nothing. Now that's a good thing, I think, because I think, you know, there's a lot of skeeviness in states where they don't require certification and you can be very much a fly by night locksmith. But like, I don't want to go back to school and do that whole crap at this point. To be honest with you, like I know it's a bit lazy, but like I enjoy the I do deserve a hug. I'll take the and yeah, but it's okay, I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing specifically about my grandma is that she lived to 99 years old. I'll consider myself tremendously lucky if I make it to 99. Yeah, yeah, like Delbert says, because Delbert's also a Californian. Everything is expensive, and nothing is free, and life's barely long enough to get good at one thing. Um, and I like leave it. When I was in college, I majored in photography, and it's amazing how much trying to professionalize photography can take away the fun or the art of it. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I still love cooking, but the same thing is like when you do cooking for a job, it can be kind of difficult to just do cooking for the shits, for shits and giggles, as it were. Um, and honestly, there are times when I get home from work and like I have no desire to cook because I just did cooking in a professional capacity, you know. Um, and that's the y- that's the kind of thing that you know, I kind of enjoy. Um, you know, I I kind of enjoy like letting lock picking just be a hobby, if that makes sense. Like, all right, moment of truth, folks. Lock key. Or wait, hold on. Sorry. Yeah.
Put the AirPods away because if there's gonna be a shackle pop, you guys deserve to hear it on the stream. Yeah! Let's go! It's back from the dead. Exactly what Delbert said. And I mean, look, I still have fun cooking, but like it's not the same as it was when I was just cooking to cook. And like I said, I lost a lot of the magic of photography when I tried to make a profession out of it. Now that being said, I'm I'm sorry, but Master Lock, that's kind of pathetic as far as shackle pop sounds. And Master Lock can do so much better. So here, hold on. Let's get a collection of better shackle pops. Just for now. First off, this big honkin' Federal Lock that used to belong to the FAA. Possibly the greatest shackle pop I own, this American Lock 700 series. Bang! Where are the keys to the Stanley? I don't know. This Master Lock 28, very rare Master Lock, I might add. But it makes a great noise when it opens. I'm just trying to find the friggin' keys to it. Alright, there they are. They're Master Lock keys with an American Lock keyway. Yeah, that's now we're talking. Anyways, lock is back in order. Delbert, I know you already did the dab for Grandma, but now it's my turn to do the dab for Grandma. And then we're going to call it a night because it's midnight here in LA. It's 3 a.m. if you're in the Eastern Seaboard. Silvana, you're a trooper for staying up this late with me. Although I hope you had a nap sometime during the day. Also, like you said, you're retired, so if you want to sleep in tomorrow, that is an option. Lucky, jealous. But yeah, we got the lock back in order. Mostly. Oh, wait, Bray. I know you're not in the U.S. That's not an American flag. That's the flag of Liberia. I just noticed. I know that's really the thing right now to confuse America and Liberia, but they are not the same. And yes, they speak English in Liberia too. Bray, are you in Liberia? Because if you are, I'm sorry that our president thinks that your president doesn't speak English. Speaking of which, though, Liberia is a fascinating history because because as far as I know, it was the only time the U.S. straight up colonized in Africa. Like, that's why the flags are so similar, is that Liberia was an American colony, as far as I know. My history might be... This isn't to say that America didn't colonize, because we sure as shit did. Shouts out to the Philippines. This is absolutely true, Delbert. But and think of the plus side. We grew up in California. Imagine growing up in like Texas or something like that, where they're starting to teach like the Civil War was a states' rights fight, and people enjoyed being enslaved in the South. Like I've got family who live in Texas. Granted, it's in the People's Republic of Austin, not real Texas, but like I've seen my cousins like Texas elementary school books. Holy shit, Tex ass. Although Florida is not much better, I'm not gonna lie, especially with Governor Ronnie Big DeSantis energy. Hello, Assad Jarjal. See, Elijah's from Australia, where they actually have curricula. Although maybe it's because he's from Australia, so they just they talk about what America did bad, so they could like gloss over what the Australians did to the native Aboriginal people. Which is like, not great. Yeah, Ben is lining up for the bathroom break. Ben's got to make a poo-poo, and baby boy is sleeping, and Emily is too sleeping. But Ben decided no poo-poo. No, he didn't decide poo-poo. He's just, I've chosen alternative poo-poo location. Benny, Benny, Benny. But yeah. And I'll also say one of my favorite jokes is that about American education is that we suck at teaching the metric system to our children, except for 9mm. We're really good at teaching that part to our children about the metric system. Oh yeah, that's true. We learned kilo and gram. Like, let me get a gram of that wax. But yeah. Americans learning of the metric system. Hablas español? Vamos a hablar en español. Exactamente. Tres y media gramos es un 8 de un onza. Técnicamente es 3.58 o 58. And yeah, Silvana, I do use feline pine. I use the So Fresh, but yeah. But yeah, I do use the feline pine. I find it works the best overall for, for the combination of odor absorbency, dust prevention, and just, overall. And I mean, and the other thing is that when they throw the like full pine pellets on the floor, it's very easy for me to track them, and much more so than like clay. I really don't like clay personally. It's very cost efficient, but I hate how much it weighs. I hate the the amount of dust that it produces, and it's just I don't like clay. Kalupi, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. There ain't no snake. Besides, if there is a snake, I'm gonna go step on snake. Let me go step on snake. There's no snake. There's no snake. There's kitty. Although I will say this, Silvana. Oops, Snoop. Oops, Snoop. That's close enough. I will say this. This one, I'm Emily, and I'm the bougie of bougie cats in the world, will not use the feline pine. So I have to have a different one in one box, just because otherwise she will shit and piss on the floor. Frickin' persnickety ass. But yeah, overall, I really do, and I really like the feline pine overall. I'm not gonna lie, since I got back from New York, I've been I need to scoop this box. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, she is fancy. She's just too fancy. Right on cue. Let me just bean maintenance. Fancy kitty. Oh yes. Ha 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 ha. All I clean is beans, no matter what. I'm prissy in my mind, I can never get enough. I step up in his litter box, and I jump out like, what? Benny don't care, Benny say yeah. Benny is scared of the... She's just one. I don't know what the deal is. As she ages, she's 4 or 5. I can't quite remember off the top of my head right now. But as she ages, she gets more and more of like an asshole of a cat. Like, no lie, I love her. She's great. She loves me, so you know. But like, she's a one-person cat, and she's scared of every human being except me. And like, so like the people on live and like my therapist who like I'd have Zoom calls with have seen Emily so much more than like people who actually come visit the apartment because she hides. Like she is so, but like now she's becoming like she doesn't like Ben, she doesn't like these people. She's just like, I'm gonna be the biggest asshole. It's like she's turning into a bigger asshole. And we need to nip that shit in the bud because her brother is just the most. Yeah, she's a little too. Look at this face. Yes, I know I'm special, bitch. Yeah, but it's just a shame because her brother is just like the most chill, loving BB boy of all time. And he's friendly to everybody. He's friendly to other cats. He's probably gonna be the first. They're all the boss of me, Sylvana. You know that. Cats are inherently the boss. Look at this one. She just looks at me the wrong direction and I give her food. Benny. Benny. Yeah. Yeah. Say that again. Benny. Benny. I think Benny has. I think Ben has one of like. I love all their meows, but Ben has one of the best meows. He's just like, woo! Yeah. Also, not for nothing, it's pretty close to Fats' meow too. But like, yeah, objectively, Fred's meow is weird. Oh, this is Ben. And that's what's weird. Ben is a boy. As a matter of fact, when I first found him, he was not fixed. Benny. But you know what's funny? Louisa has a very like throaty meow, even though she's a Tory and therefore pretty much almost guaranteed to be and is in fact a woman. It's actually Elijah. You want to know why his name is Ben? It's because I found him on Ben Avenue, which is a street in the Valley of Los Angeles. He's literally named after the street I first found him on. It's Benny. Yeah, during the COVID day. Yeah. Benny. Yeah, Ben is the Ben and Fred, the Goon Squad, as I like to call them. Yeah, Ben and Fred, they are the two most friendly cats. Everybody else in this house, hidey from human beings. Emily, especially hidey. Louisa is done with her shit. She has exactly 4 teeth, and every single one of them is beautiful. Oh yeah, and just like Ben was found on Ben Avenue, Louisa was not found on Louisa Avenue. She was found on Varna Avenue, and I couldn't name the poor cat Varna, so I named her after this homeless dude who also fed cats because his name was Luis, or is Luis. I'm gonna assume he's still alive. But yeah, he lived in an RV at the time that I knew him. Benny! Also, I don't know about y'all, but it's shedding season right now for my cats, and there's just, I mean, it's bad. I'm kind of being lazy, but like, it's bad. See, what I'm curious about is what's this dude gonna do if and when he gets out of quarantine? Well, better be when, not if. Beep, beep, boop. Beep, beep, boop. Alright, this is gonna be baby boop checking in, and we're gonna call it a night because it's 20 after 12, and I'm at 10% battery. And yes, he's shedding too. Oh, I'm pretty sure he did. He's not running around as much, but he's still like he's the most muscular cat I've ever felt. Like this dude, like right here, his core is so strong. Like it's pure muscle. Like compared to the other cats, he's just right here. Like he's like a freaking triathlete. I think between living outside for as long as he did and having to do that while being sick, like this dude is properly jocked right over here. He's in the bathroom because he has feline chlamydia, and therefore he can infect my other cat, so he has to stay in quarantine. Yeah. He also has feline mycoplasma, but chlamydia sounds more severe because, well, it's chlamydia. Yeah. Oh, but that won't help on the stairs. Yeah, you know what I actually got that I really like is, hold on. All right, baby blue, I'm gonna hit it. I'll be back later. Maybe, I don't know. Did you almost finish it for yet? Yes, you can headbutt it all you want. There, you have enough. He's so smart. He might, Elijah. You gotta be careful. Don't give him ideas. Whee! Why didn't you eat that? Stick it back underneath that BMW. I got the upper clean. These things are legit as far as like speed and efficiency of hair removal on carpet. Like I should have got the one that was actually like on a broom handle, so like I didn't have to like, you know, like that. But like, yeah, like and they get like pretty deep in too, because that's the thing. Like vacuums are. I hate vacuuming stairs. Like this is actually just really satisfying too. This is your ASMR part of the David Romano variety many money watch hours, where I clean kitty cat hair out of stairs. Well, now in the grand tradition of Jewish people using hair for alternative things. Or wait, no, that was the Germans using Jewish people's hair for alternative things. But never mind. We'll use the kitty cat hair to make stuffing for pillows. Well, Bray, I like to think of all of you folks as my friend. But I also have some real life friends. But, you know, those I keep more close to the vest. And, you know, another thing is I think, you know, there's a major loneliness epidemic going on where, you know, and I think to an extent I'm part of that, certainly. I don't think we, certainly as I've aged, I don't hang out with friends nearly as often as I used to. But it's also partially because I just don't have the time and, you know, over time, you know, your friends get spread out, but you still keep touch with them sometimes, you know, but maybe not as much as you might have used to when you were in school or, you know, when you were their coworker or whatever, because, you know, proximity is a very big enabler to friendship, especially when you struggle with electronic communication person to person, which is something I do historically struggle with because ADHD and shit. But Michi Boop is very fascinated by the ball of hair. But yeah, now we're going to return to the ASMR cleaning section. Think of yourself and your mind as the stairs, as they are carefully cleaned, scrubbed free of any debris. No, I'm not allowed to take the rug off. I'm not even allowed to get a thicker, harder wearing, low pile carpet, even though I asked for and said specifically that I would pay for it. But no, I get this piece of shit carpet, and I had to pay almost $500 for this piece of shit carpet to get replaced because Louisa, bless her heart, ruined the carpet that I initially had, although this is much nicer than that, and the color is better. However, I literally said, don't do it. You're really price gouging me for what I need on these stairs. Let me go to Home Depot and do the job myself. But do they allow that? No. Wahid, I've been a little bit of lackadaisical of late. It's usually not quite this bad. This is, but between life being a little bit hectic of late and shedding season, I'm a little bit behind. I'm not gonna lie. But you guys are here to keep me honest. And in part exchange, I give you ASMR quality footage of an ADHD adult scraping all the kitty cat hair off his staircase. One floor at a time. And Bray is sad, but that's a complicated emotion. And unfortunately, although I can pontificate at length, I am not a therapist. I am certainly not anybody else. I'm certainly not anybody here's therapist. Although I have to say, if you don't have a therapist, now would be a great time to get one. Because honestly, the best time for all of y'all to get a therapist was about 15 years ago. But the second best time is right now. Hi, Mary Morrison. But it's okay, Bray, because they won't let you see her now. Maybe in a few days, they'll change their mind. Maybe she's on punishment. In the grand scheme of things, life is very long. But if you're really friends with the person, a couple of days apart is nothing. This is called the staircase kitty cat hair kitty. Oh look, Miss Boop. Hey, baby boy. Yeah, perfect. Absolutely not. I missed a spot over there. Way more better? Yeah. Benny? Hell yeah. Baby boy. They love the suit bag. I'm sure the cat owners can sympathize with this, but I'm just gonna leave that suit bag there on the floor for like a couple more days just because they really enjoy it. I'll pick it up eventually, but like, you know. Benny. Alright, final story, because it's a stupid story. And then I'm gonna call the stream because it's 12:30. This is Ben's ledge. None of the other cats in the house will go up to this ledge. This is this exclusive domain of Mr. Ben. Can Fred make it up there? I'm sure he's theoretically capable of it. But does he? No. Ben is the only cat that goes up on his sledge. Except for my parents' cat Monty, who probably can't do it now because he's getting fat, but when he was here after I first rescued him, he could make it up here. I have pictures of him up here. But other than that, this is the exclusive domain of the Ben. Sun Girl. Yeah, his ears are doing better, but he's still a little bit like crusty at the base. But I'm just gonna leave him alone and let it heal. Cause like the more I touch him, the more he paws at it, and then it's like a vicious cycle where he like reopens his cuts, and then he's just, you know, cyclical. Right, Leash? Weesh. She's probably going to be a 3-toothed cat pretty soon. Currently, she's a 4-toothed cat. Such is the nature of stomatitis, unfortunately. Anyways, folks, I am at 3% battery, which means my phone is not long for this world. So, Baby Boy's Tale has entered the chat. Weech. Louisa says bye. Fred says bye. Benny says bye. Sonny says bye. Also, Sonny says run. Benny. Benny. When you pet Ben, when you give Ben the butt scratch, he needs to do licks of something. Either you, himself, or just the air.